Article that I will be discussing today is titled "The Evidence from Children with Autism That Derived Relational Responding as a Generalized Operant," Dixon et al., 2021. This article explores the concept of derived relational responding as a generalized operant behavior, focusing on its application to children with autism through the PEAK-E curriculum. Um, this article breaks two studies. The first study is a multiple baseline design across skills were used to assess the efficacy of equivalence-based instruction guided by PEAK-E. That first study used 11 participants, 33 individualized skills were taught, and the emergence of untrained relations were tested. Mastery was achieved for 29 of 33 of the targets. For the second study, the impact of a multiple exemplar equivalence based instruction was examined across two participants, with a third participant serving as a control. DRR was measured through increases in responding to novel untrained stimuli after the introduction of PEAK-E instruction. The findings in the first study is that the PEAK-E curriculum demonstrated effectiveness as participants mastered the majority of the taught skills and novel untrained relations emerged in many cases. In the second study, an increase in DRR occurred only after multiple exemplar equivalence based instruction were introduced, showing that DRR can be generalized as an operant behavior. These findings support the idea that DRR can function as a generalized operant and highlight the utility of PEAK-E in teaching relational responding with comparisons to other PEAK models focused on traditional verbal operants. The main ideas is that derived relational responding can be a generalized operant, emerging through specific types of instructional methods. Second main idea is that PEAK-E is effective in teaching relational responding, and its structured nature allows for the comparison of DRR with earlier PEAK models. In essence, the article shows that DRR can be generalized in children with autism through equivalence-based instruction, and the PEAK-E curriculum is effective in facilitating this process. Something that I found interesting is that it's compelling to see how DRR which is typically a more abstract behavior, can emerge as a generalized operant behavior in children with autism. Many interventions focus on teaching discrete skills, but this study shows that relational responding, learning how different stimuli relate to each other, can be generalized across situations without direct teaching of those specific relations. This adds an exciting layer to behavioral therapy for autism, showing that children might develop advanced, complex forms of responding after being taught foundational skills. This study informs my future practice by providing a deeper understanding of how abstract behaviors like DRR can emerge and be generalized in children, potentially opening the door for more effective and dynamic interventions in autism treatment. This article reinforced my perspective on derived relational responding by providing me with evidence to support claims that DRR is a generalized operant behavior. All right, thank you for your time. Everybody have a good night.